There is a kind of loneliness that is hard to explain, because from the outside, it does not look like loneliness. You are around people, you reply to messages, you sit with family, you talk at work, you laugh at the right moment, you seem present. But inside, something still feels far away. Not because nobody is there, but because no one seems to be reaching the part of you that feels unseen. You wonder, why do I feel lonely when I am not alone? Why do I feel empty after being with people? Why does connection feel close but not deep? The answer is this. Loneliness is not always the absence of people. Sometimes loneliness is the absence of emotional contact. You can be surrounded by voices and still feel unknown. You can be included in a group and still feel invisible. You can be loved by people and still feel like they do not understand what you are carrying. And when that happens often enough, being around people can make loneliness feel stronger. Because the contrast hurts. Everyone is near. But something still feels distant. One reason this happens is that you may be performing more than connecting. This does not mean you are fake. It means you have learned how to function socially. You know how to smile, answer, help, listen, adjust, and keep things pleasant. But while the outer version of you is interacting, the inner version of you may still be hiding. Maybe you do not say what you really feel because you think it will be too much. Maybe you keep your needs small because you are used to being easy to be around. So people experience your presence but not your truth. There is the version of you everyone sees. And there is the version of you that goes home feeling unknown. This is why some social time feels strangely tiring. You were there physically, you spoke, you listened, you seemed fine. But emotionally, you were still holding yourself back. Another reason is that people may know your role better than your reality. The responsible one, the helpful one, the calm one, the strong one. Because they are used to that version, they may miss what is happening underneath it. You still show up, so people assume you are okay. But being assumed fine when you are not fine can feel deeply lonely. Sometimes the pain is not rejection, it is being misread. A third reason is that your conversations may stay on the surface. Surface connection is not bad. Small talk, jokes, updates, routines, and work chats all have their place. But if most of your interactions stay there, something in you can start to feel starved. Because your mind may be occupied by conversation, but your heart needs recognition. It needs moments where someone says, "I understand why that hurt. That sounds heavy. Tell me what that has been like for you." Loneliness grows when your life is full of communication, but low on emotional depth. You may speak to many people, yet rarely feel heard. You may answer many questions, yet never be asked the one that matters. Because connection is not measured by how much you speak. It is measured by how safe you feel while speaking. Another reason is that closeness may not feel completely safe to you. Maybe you opened up before and felt dismissed. Maybe you shared something real and someone minimized it. Maybe you learned that needing support makes people pull away. So now, even when kind people are near, part of you stays guarded. You share a little, but not too much. You laugh, but do not reveal the ache underneath. You let people near you, but not all the way in. This creates a painful pattern. You want closeness. But closeness feels risky. So you protect yourself. Then the protection starts to feel like isolation. It may mean a part of you is trying to prevent disappointment. Some loneliness is also the loneliness of being accepted, but not fully understood. Humans do not only need company, we need resonance, the feeling that someone gets what we are trying to say. So, what can you do with this? Start with one honest question. Where am I surrounded but not known? Think about the places where you are most socially active but least emotionally honest. Family, work, friendships, a relationship, a group where everyone likes you but only knows the edited version of you. Then ask yourself, what part of me is not being brought into the room? Is it your sadness, your uncertainty, your fear, your creativity, your need for reassurance, your deeper thoughts? Loneliness often points to a hidden part of you that wants more contact with the world. Not with everyone, with the right people. The next step is to choose one safe person and go one layer deeper than usual. Not your whole life story, Not everything at once, just one more honest sentence. Instead of saying, I have been busy, try saying, I have been feeling stretched lately. Instead of saying, all good, try saying, I am okay, but I have felt a little distant from people recently. Instead of waiting for someone to guess, give them a small opening. You might say, I do not need advice right now. I just need someone to listen for a few minutes. That sentence can feel risky, but sometimes it is the doorway out of emotional invisibility. Then watch what happens. Some people will meet you there. Some will not know how. Some may change the subject. Some may surprise you. That information matters. Because loneliness decreases not just when you find more people, but when you find more accurate connection. The second step is to create spaces where the real you has somewhere to go. If your current circles only know one version of you, you may need environments built around the parts of you that feel unseen. A walking group, a creative space, a discussion group, a weekly call with someone who thinks deeply. Many adults feel lonely not because they are unlovable, but because their life has no repeated spaces where deeper connection can naturally grow. Connection often needs rhythm. Seeing people once is contact. Seeing them repeatedly, with honesty, is where belonging begins. The third step is to reconnect with yourself before asking others to meet you. Sometimes loneliness becomes sharper because you are also disconnected from your own inner world. You feel something, but do not pause long enough to name it. You feel heavy, but immediately distract yourself. Try asking yourself, what did I wish someone had noticed today? What kind of connection would actually nourish me? When you know what you need, you stop chasing vague company. You start looking for the right kind of contact. There are also 3 mistakes to avoid. Do not assume a full calendar means connection. Do not expect one person to meet every emotional need. And do not think loneliness means something is wrong with you. Loneliness is not proof that you are unwanted. It is a signal that some part of your emotional life needs more truth, safety, depth, or resonance. So the next time you feel lonely around people, do not immediately judge the feeling. Listen to it. It may be saying, I want to be known beyond my role. I want deeper conversations. I want safer people. I want to stop disappearing while trying to belong. The answer is not always to find a bigger crowd. Sometimes the answer is to become more visible in the right places. One honest sentence, one safer person, one deeper conversation, one space where you do not have to perform so much. That is how loneliness begins to loosen, not all at once, but quietly. The distance starts to close, and slowly, being around people starts to feel less like being surrounded and more like being reached.